What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to have a good old chat, a good old natter about some new One Piece cards. Some cards have gone and been revealed, and there might actually be some more revealed between now and uploading this video, and if that is the case, well, I'll upload those as well. I'll add them on to the end of the video. But I want to start off with a card that has very much caught my attention. It's Yellow Kaido. I know, right? Did not expect to be seeing a Yellow Kaido anytime soon. Of course, as a little bit of a preamble, explanation, not entirely sure what word I'm going for, but basically up till now, like we've seen a bunch of Kaido and they've all been purple. We saw the leader Kaido, that was purple. We saw the other leader Kaido, and okay, that was purple and blue, but it was still purple. We saw the starter deck Kaido, purple. Romance Dawn Kaido, purple. Promo Kaido, purple. And the other promo Kaido, also purple. So, like, they were really setting down, like, look, mate, it's alright, Kaido's purple. And now they go and throw a yellow Kaido at us. And I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of digging it. I'm alright with this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm alright with this. This is, of course, coming from the Yamato starter deck, the yellow starter deck, and as is kind of standard nowadays, I did do the translations for these myself, although I have checked with Orange Samurai D over on Facebook, who did check with the lovely folks over on the Discord, but I did do the translations myself, and I just want that on the record. So what we got from Kaido here is a yellow card, 4 cost to play, 5,000 power, counter plus 1,000, all fairly standard. But Don X1, if you have 2 or fewer cards in your life, this character cannot be KO'd in battle. Love it. Absolutely love it. Because see, the thing is, a lot of the time, this is going to end up being kind of pointless, alright? This is going to be a kind of card. You'll have other attackers. There are plenty of games where you are going to be able to find other attackers, and this particular attacker is going to be like, yeah, fine, who really cares? But there are going to be other times where this actually becomes really very important because actually you don't have other attackers. Because we've all seen, like, I love doing this, and we saw this at the Treasure Cup in Birmingham when I was casting, so I'm not the only one. Whacking all your Don on one character and swinging. And one way to stop your opponent doing that is to essentially kind of board wipe them to get rid of their characters as you go. And if your opponent's trying to do that and trying to KO your suspended characters, well, they can't do that against this Kaido. But the wording here is very important. It says very, very clearly, cannot be KO'd in battle. It says Bataru there. That is battle. It is not cannot be KO'd. What that means is that if your opponent has just a card that can KO you, Jet Pistol springs to mind as a red card sees a bunch of play, KO one of your opponent's characters with a power of 6,000 or less. And as a trigger, it does the same thing. Well, you've got 6,000 power or less, so got it and all of that. Not ideal. Hey ho. I like this for the utility. Is it a stunning, game-breaking, essential card in every deck? No. It's not. And I'm not pretending it is. What I am pretending is that this is a useful card and one that could see a bunch of play, and I like this very much indeed. Now, one card I don't like as much, and I frankly don't have as much to say about, is Gaimon. And it's not that I don't want to talk about Gaimon, it's that I don't really have very much to say, because we're talking about a vanilla card. And it is your classic vanilla card. 2 cost to play, 4,000 power, counter plus 1,000. And we see this with vanilla cards all the time. Essentially, they've got power that is 2,000 more than their cost. So 2 and a 4, or a 4 and a 6, or whatever. And that's it. Fine. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. That is about what we've got from this character. However, it is worth pointing out that we've seen this before. Like literally Doberman from OPO2, 2 cost 4,000 power, counter plus 1,000, vanilla card. Or Fullboy from Starter Deck 6, 2 cost 4,000 power, counter plus 1,000. Or Jerry from OPO3, 2 cost 4,000 power, counter plus 1,000. Now, I will say Doberman and Full Body are actually both just Navy. They are like the same card. Like, except for the name and the character, they are literally the same card. But it's worth pointing out Jerry is CP6, and this is East Blue, which might be relevant. The fact that it's East Blue might end up being relevant in the future. Although I'm looking over on onepiece-cardgame.dev, awesome people, as it stands at the moment, there are no blue cards that I can see, at least, that actually interact with East Blue. Nothing that searches for an East Blue that is a blue character, so sorry. But you never know. Maybe in the future. But hey, wonderful news. We've got a new event card as well, and it is an event card from Starter Deck 8, the Luffy Starter Deck, which incidentally is where Gaimon is from as well. I don't think I actually said that a moment ago. I'm assuming you all probably figured it out from context, but let me say it clearly now. Both of these black cards are from Starter Deck 8, because that is, of course, what we're in the middle of revealing at the moment. It's the reveal cycle for the Starter Decks. Yay! And I've actually not seen anybody else translate this yet. As I'm recording, no one else has translated this, so I'm sorry if I do make an oopsie, but it's not the most complicated card. I think I've got it. So we got a free cost card here, Gum Gum Pistol, and I know I've got the name right on that one. And what we've got here is choose one of your opponent's 2-cost or lower characters and KO them. It's just a free cost card that KOs a 2-cost or lower character. As a trigger, you get to draw a card. That one's easy. We've seen that a million times before. And you know what? Drawing a card's not bad. We don't see much draw in One Piece generally. Like, One Piece is not one of those games of lots of draw. You've got games like Pokemon where you can be drawing pretty much your entire deck in like 2 turns. We don't see that. That is not what One Piece does. So anytime you have any kind of draw, that's kind of relevant. But it's a trigger. You grab it, you draw a card. It's not bad, honestly. And we've seen a few others, incidentally. I mean, Tempest Kick Sky Slicer from OPO3 actually draws 2 cards as a trigger. Although that one is KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 0, or up to one of your opponent's stages with a cost of 3 or less. And actually, stage removal's genuinely legit, because we don't see much stage removal. So that's kind of cool. This is more draw, and there's not a huge amount, like I say. There is a little bit of draw, and having a little bit of draw is honestly kind of cool. Absolutely, stunningly vital? No. Not saying that. Kind of relevant and interesting? Yeah. Absolutely am saying that. So we like the draw, and we like KO in a character. And look, it's only a 2-cost character. Let's not, or a 1-cost or a 0-cost to be fair. Let's not get too over the top. But then let's also remind ourselves what black decks do. Because the MO of black decks is just lowering the cost of characters. That's what they do. I mean, we are just getting into OPO2 now in English, and one of my favourite cards from OPO2 is a Secret Rare Kazan. On your turn, all of your opponent's characters get -5 to their cost. So this might be a card that says, KO one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 2 or less, but that's not really what it says. If you've got a Kazan on the field, then you KO one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 7 or less. Well, that's very different. That's very, very different. And that's kind of my point here, ladies and gentlemen. It's one of those where we need to remember that if we look at all of the characters together, things change quite a lot. This is one of those ones where if you actually look at it in a vacuum, it's fine, I suppose. But it's got very limited utility. If you look at this in the context of, well, hang on a second, this is clearly what black decks do, this is their MO, then all of a sudden things become very, very different indeed. And I'll be honest with you, the vanilla card I showed you in this video, nah, there's nothing terribly special. But I like Gum Gum Pistol, and I really like the Kaido as well. And we've got some fun cards we can be having a look at here. Well, I'd say that. We've got some fun cards we have looked at here. There we go. These starter decks are shaping up fun. But now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about these cards. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Go nuts. Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about One Piece and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.